If you ever run into pro angler Mark Tipler, do him a big favor. Don't stare, just ask.
And I prefer people, when they do notice my burns and stuff, I like for people to ask. I'd rather have them know than sit there and wonder.
What Mark wants people to know is that when he was 18 years old, he got caught in a house fire that burned about 80% of his body.
I mean, it's, why I am who I am today.
Back then, he was a regular kid with big dreams.
I would have to say that was my #1 dream, was to play football.
He also loved to fish, and his main fishing buddy was his best friend and brother, Doug. Mark and Doug share a bond that goes beyond being brothers. They lived through that fire together. It started in their parents' basement.
Flames popped up pretty quick, and right to the ceiling, from wall to wall, so Mark really didn't have a prayer to get through them. It was probably 5 feet thick.
Well, with the fumes of the mineral spirits, the air just went up. And he was on one side of the fire, I was on the other side.
Mark, already badly burned, was on the wrong side. Doug went and got help and pulled his brother out a basement window.
I was hoping he was going to survive. At that point, I didn't know if he'd make it to the ambulance even.
After a 3-month drug-induced coma, Mark woke up here in the burn center at Regents Hospital in St. Paul. Football and fishing were the furthest things from Mark's mind at the time. In fact, he couldn't see and he couldn't talk, and he didn't know if he'd do either ever again.
He was scared. He was overwhelmingly in pain, and he was going to be here a long time.
A lot of that time was spent with nurse Candace Keene and the current director of the burn center, Dr. Lynn Solom. They played a big part in his remarkable recovery, but no bigger than his own.
He had a streak of, I'm going to win, I'm going to do this.
Now let's bring him up from Maplewood, Minnesota, Mark Tipler.
A winning attitude is what Mark brings to the Minnesota Pro-Am Bass Tour.
I've already succeeded in some of my dreams. I got a beautiful wife. I got 2 beautiful daughters.
Now Mark is working on another dream, namely have enough success as a pro to do it full time. That and live the life he almost lost to the fullest.
It really made me a much stronger person. Really increased my desire to really live and seek my dreams out.